Lecture 4. Gateway. When we remark with surprise that someone looks young for his or her chronological age, we are observing that we all age biologically at different rates. Scientists have good evidence that this apparent difference is real. It is likely that age changes begin in different parts of the body at different times, and that the rate of annual change varies among various cells, tissues, and organs, as well as from person to person. Unlike the passage of time, biological aging resists easy measurement. What we would like to have is one or a few measurable biological changes that mirror all other biological age changes without reference to the passage of time, so that we could say, for example, that someone who is chronologically 80 years old is biologically 60 years old. This kind of measurement would help explain why one 80-year-old has so many more youthful qualities than does another 80-year-old, who may be biologically 80 or even 90 years old. Exercise 1. I learned to drive an automobile at the age of 14 in the wide-open spaces of the Midwestern United States. Today, consequently, I prefer driving cars to taking subways, buses, and other forms of mass transportation, because I still fondly recall the emotional associations connected with taking drives, on a Sunday afternoon, for instance. In other words, I find driving to be relaxing. A lifelong New Yorker, however, might have different tastes, and might not even have a driver's license. This last, to me, calls forth the initial emotional reaction, "He's crazy." However, when I calmly examine the rational standard of mental health and ethics, I have to admit that the New Yorker's tastes are not twisted. His tastes can be explained. To be sure, tastes have causes, but my tastes do not have to be adopted by everyone. Exercise 2. Negotiators who are planning on bargaining with a friend or valued business associate may feel reluctant to drive a hard bargain for fear of damaging that important relationship. By engaging an agent, such individuals can put some distance between themselves and the other party, thereby avoiding some, but not all, relationship complications. Consider the case of Veronica, an office manager who is considering buying a new home closer to her office to reduce the length of her commute. The home is being sold by Tony, a colleague. To avoid straining her relationship with Tony, Veronica engages a real estate agent to represent her in the upcoming negotiations. Because the agent is not a friend of Tony's, he'll be eager to press for the best possible deal for Veronica, and will handle all the details of the negotiation with Tony's agent. By using agents, Veronica and Tony won't have to deal directly with one another on the many details of the sale. Exercise 3. People born without the ability to feel pain suffer more injuries than the average person. For instance, some people with this misfortune try to walk on a broken leg because they can't feel the pain from the break. Others have suffered burns without knowing. The infection and damage associated with such injuries can lead to extreme disability and death. Fortunately, the majority of us are born with the ability to feel pain. So the next time we break a bone, we will go to the doctor and start the process of repair. When we touch a stove, we pull our hand away before experiencing further damage. Knowing that we are being harmed or have been harmed is critically important. It allows us to take some course of action to stop being harmed, which then allows us to start the healing process. Exercise 4. Some anxious teens feel as if they rely too much on friends and family to help them cope with anxiety. But these teens do not rely on friends and family enough. They are unwilling to ask for help because they worry that they will put others off or upset them if they request their help. Teens who do not want to bother other people may think that asking parents or friends for help will burden them with their problems, or that their anxiety is so extreme that it will overwhelm them. However, nothing could be farther from the truth. Most parents and friends often feel honored when asked to help a teen learn and apply tools to manage anxiety. Parents and friends much prefer helping in this way rather than providing a lot of reassurance to calm the anxious teen or doing all the things he is unable to do because of his anxiety.